Fresh out the house, got the beat.
How to download Need for Speed World in 2022. That is the video, that is the tutorial. Let's get into it. First and foremost, you need to be in the Night Riders Discord, which I will drop in the description. First things first, you need to join the Discord. Everything roots from the Discord, so that's the initial first step, is joining the Discord, having a gander, having a exploration around the Discord. But after that, we can really get into business. You know, it's surprising. No, this game, it died in 2015, and thanks to these Night Rider folks, the folks in the Night Riders Discord, they revived Need for Speed World and really, made it a very unique thing. It's got its own currency and this whole system. You guys will see in a second. Let's get down to business, right? You join the Discord, right? Once you're in the Discord, there's a ton of things, as you can see, just tons and tons of different tabs, different things to show you, different ways to make money. I will show that here too, but I will do a different dedicated video to that. I'll break it down. So, how to play. This is where you want to go. So we first go to how to play, and the initial first thing you see is what you need, the prerequisites. Which, is very low, requirements. It's not too crazy. My laptop's really not that great, but it still runs. It runs on Windows 7, 8.1, and 10. So whatever OS you're using, you're good. You're good regardless. Processor, as you can see, it's not you don't need the greatest. Same thing for graphics. It doesn't have to be that great. And RAM, only 1.5 gigs. You're good. It stores about 6, and yeah, it doesn't really need to do anything. It's really not that demanding. You might think it'd be worse, but it really isn't that bad. The only thing here is if you have Windows 7, you have to install these updates. I do not. I'm running on Windows 10, so that's not covered in this tutorial, but this is the only other step, which I'm not gonna show here. But bro, who's on Windows 7? Come on fellas, come on. The Soapbox game launcher, this is the one we're gonna use. 10 steps, not that difficult, pretty simple, right? There's also the Electron launcher. I'm not going to cover this, but it is another way to install this game, I guess. I didn't bother with it, but it is quicker actually. It's only 7 steps out of 10, but this is the launcher I use, so this is the one we're going to be showcasing. You see here, boom boom boom, this is the breakdown. This is the 411. This is the breakdown real quick. We're going to go in depth on it, and you can see, watch me actually do it in real time, right? So let's go over a few things first. The optional mods. I installed all of these. Very simple to install. I'm not going to show it here, but maybe I'll show it in the later. For now, you don't need really a tutorial to just know. It's 1-2 steps, 1-2, 1-2. Simple little things here. You see the Night Riders HUD. Pretty simple. It just changes the HUD, the heads-up display of your game. It makes it look more Night Riders themed, and just better in general, I think, in my opinion, of course. PNG screenshots, if you're going to be screenshotting within the game and not using something like GeForce, which I use. That's what I use for when I need a screenshot. So that didn't really apply to me, so I didn't get it. But if you want to, you can make your screenshots turn to PNG from JPEG or JPG. So it's not, it's pretty good if that's what you want. I installed also the debug camera. It just lets you take better pictures of your cars and just go around the entire world much easier. So I think this is definitely a good mod, very mandatory really. It just helps out tremendously, especially getting thumbnails, but it's up to you if you want it. Again, these are all optional mods for Need for Speed World. And the custom skybox, I think, is definitely, much better than the old one. And you really should go and download it. It's optional, of course, but definitely I think it's kind of mandatory. One more thing I wanted to cover is just showcasing just how many people are really on the server and the type of people. You see the content creator section. I'm trying to get there eventually. You can see these are trustworthy guys. This is a trustworthy, system. It's not, you're not getting viruses from this. This is, everyone's been doing this for a long time. It's a big project that's been going on forever, so you can see just tons of people have been doing this forever. It's not something you have to worry about, so just feel safe, right? So let's break it down and let's get to business. First step, you're gonna download the installer. You just go on the URL in the Discord and boom ba boom, you download it, right? Okay, once you have it downloaded, you double click on the executable, a simple installation stuff that you guys should know how to do, but I'll show you as well. You open it up, hit next, check it, install it, boom pop boom, you're good to go from there. Right, you install the game. That's what it comes down to. You install the game. From here, the installer is their first step. It's not the game. It's not the full game. It's just the installer, right? Once you download the installer, you can run the installer, install the installer. Then you could begin working on the game language. language, you choose your game language, and you go to Knight Rider's mirror under the download source. It's a little complicated here, but you can see you just pick the Knight Riders one because it's the Knight Rider server we're using, and then click on Save Settings. Now where you want to install your game, pretty simple. You just want to go use your C drive, use your main drive, and just go C/Soapbox Race World /Need for Speed World. It's the simplest and it's the best way to do it. Just follow that to a T. Don't bother putting it anywhere else. I do put it in my D drive, I think, or in my external hard drive, but I guess it's best to just put in the C. I'm not gonna lie, it's just best. And now, as we see, we move on to our server list. Server list, like I said, we are using the Knight Riders server, so you're gonna be wanting to use the Knight Riders server, right? It is, it makes sense. It's really not that complicated, but it's good just to show how it's done, But yes, you choose the Knight Riders server because that's the server we're using. And as we see now, you're not most likely, if you're here, you're not gonna have an email and password for Need for Speed World. So go ahead and register an account. And one thing for this to make sure your launcher is updated. It won't let you make an account or run the game with an outdated launcher. So as long as it's all green across the bottom, you're good to go. You make an account, and then you just have to let the game install. And the game installation takes about, it's not that long really. It takes about like an hour, 2 hours for me, and I have slow internet, so it should be much quicker for you. So just let the game install. Once you have your account, you can log in and you are pretty much set to go. There's a few other things I want to mention though before you're really set to go, right? You want to go onto their website, Knight Riders World. There's a ton of information here that is very helpful to you and in your way of being successful in this game. So once you're here onto the Knight Riders website, there's a few things I want to mention. Is the live map. You can just see the game. You can see people that are playing it right now. Literally, it's live. It's just how it sounds, right? It's live. You see people. All these little orange dots are people, are actual people on the map. It's actually super cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's super cool. As we can see, different players, right? Everyone that's been playing this game. And then we have crews. You can join a crew as well. That's something I haven't got into yet, but you can join a crew if you want. Also rankings. There's records. You can break records in this game. Be a speedrunner of Need for Speed World if you really wanted to. And this is where that showcases. And challenges. This is the real money maker. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna drop something later, but for now, this is how you make your money. You do all these challenges, and it's not too bad because some of these don't require a specific car. Yeah, some of these don't require a specific car, so you can just run it from the beginning, and that's how you make your money. It's a great way. It's challenges. It's so cool. It's like Forza Horizon. That's what they made it. It's for free. You're not paying for nothing. It's really great. There's also a guide here showcasing supported controllers. You can use a wheel on here. I'm serious. You can use a wheel on here. You could use all these controllers that are showcased. So many controllers. I'm really shocked at the amount of support for a game that's built by just regular people. It's not even paid. I mean, you could donate to them, but yeah, it's not like AEA or something. It's pretty nuts how they have so much compatibility. There's a few unsupported controllers, but you know the deal. You can make your own controller. For me, I personally just use my PS4 controller and connect it via the DS4 Windows, and it works perfectly fine. Not bad at all. Showcasing performance parts. A lot of this is really in depth, so if you want to look into this and how to upgrade your car and all that, also have this here with a performance guide on Google Docs. They have just so much stuff you can do. But other than that, that's kind of it really. I'm gonna do more content in this game, but as a whole, Need for Speed World it's still alive. It's still alive. That's kind of the gist. It's still alive. And if you want to play it, you can go ahead and do that with minimal requirements. So yeah, that being said, I will see y'all in the next one.